good evening. It's such a privilege and honor to, come to this stage and, talking to each one of you. As I think this is a prime example of what was discussed earlier, collectives growth. I have seen this organization doing events on a monthly basis without stop and always was willing to be a part of this, come here, share the stage with other members, and very, very, very thankful for giving this opportunity. So as Sir rightly said, what is the biggest pain area as a distributor we have is untimely redemption. Because one is, you do an investment for a particular goal. But what happens is when instead of that goal achieving, there's an emergency that come in. An emergency can be anything. It can be an unexpected medical expense, an unexpected home renovation. It can be anything. So Mirae Asset comes into the picture. So I am Samuel John. I am part of Mirae Asset Financial Services, which is an NBFC arm of Mirae Asset Group. So all you must be knowing Mirae Asset Mutual Fund, which has been into the industry for last 15 years. And Mirae Asset always wanted to get into other products as well. And when we started this NBFC in 2020, the first objective was to find out that perfect solution that we can offer to the mutual fund distributors. Because being a fintech NBFC, it is very difficult to launch personal loan. There's nothing to basically think, just check the CIBIL score, check the salary slip and do. But that was not the goal. The goal was because we come from an AMC background, so we know the pain area. And the pain area is untimely redemptions. So we were the first to bring it all digital. So we started the product in 2022. Last 4 years, we have seen a lot of traction in this product. A lot of new players have also come in. But I'm very happy to say that we started this product 100% digital, from loan creation to loan closure, complete digital process. So why did we actually come into this product, right? Because of these reasons which we all have just discussed. Growth of mutual fund industry is booming, right? A lot of participation, thanks to advisors like you. New players are now coming, new investors are coming into this mutual fund space, which was earlier not possible. Everybody used to think mutual fund is highly risky, right? Whenever mutual fund goes down, suddenly panic comes in. It is because of us as advisors, we bring that peace in that panic, right? So that is why we came into the picture, because of untimely redemption that is happening. Obviously, because of you are guiding your investors so nicely. That's why they are able to create wealth for themselves. Systematic investments is rising. So all of these things we have seen in the last 15 years being into the mutual fund space. And that prompted us to come into the picture. So, but there was always a hidden problem. What was the hidden problem? That out of 100 rupees that was invested, 45 rupees was always getting redeemed within 2 years. So as we all know, when we talk about, and Mr. Sundar also rightly said, think positive, think long term. So whenever some new investment happens, everybody is thinking positive that yes, I will stay invested for 5 years, 10 years, I have this particular goal. But what happens, suddenly an emergency comes in, people go for redemption. They might have FD in the account. They will not touch the FD, but they might come for redemption. They will say, kindly redeem this, I will invest it one more time. And we all know how difficult it is to actually get reinvested. So that was a hidden problem. And obviously when the redemption happens, the biggest loss to the investor is obviously loss of compounding, exit load that happens, as you can see on the slides. It's nothing new. We all know about this. And obviously as an advisor, loss of income, AUM, and we are not able to then manage portfolio, because if redemption is happening, how we can increase that return for the customer? So that is all happening. So we have understood the problem, unexpected and untimely redemption. So what's the solution? AMFI has been stating, mutual fund sahi hai. Yeah, we have seen a lot of ads now coming in, a lot of cricketers are promoting mutual fund sahi hai. So we are simply saying, because mutual fund sahi hai, kindly lean it, don't redeem it. So the biggest challenge with loan against security still is a lot of clients are not aware about this product. They will always come for redemption. So when they come for redemption, you just have to give an option to them that why you go for redemption. You can create an overdraft limit, just like FDOD. Only the difference is instead of FD, it is your mutual fund. So clients are not aware about this product still. So they will always come for redemption, and that is where our advice comes in. Because LAS as a product goes hand in hand with wealth management. This is the only loan product which goes hand in hand, because this is part of wealth retention, which again helps customer to manage his wealth. And we are into the business of wealth management. So obviously why you should do it, since past 4 years now we have close to 2,000 distributors who are empaneled, and there are a lot of use case scenarios where they have helped customers in immediate liquidity. Because we all know if redemption happens, money will come maybe in 2 days or 3 days. But in this immediate liquidity, within half an hour to 1 hour, the money will be credited into the bank account because it is a digital product. So it is perfect for short-term needs. If somebody requires money only for 5 days or a week or a month, obviously it is not advisable to redeem it. They can simply take an overdraft limit and then return the money in 1 month. Interest is only charged for 1 month. Similarly, if it is for 1 day, interest is only charged for 1 day. It's a pure overdraft limit. Earlier, whenever you used to think of overdraft, you always think of CCOD limits for businessmen, right? Businessmen mortgage their property and create an OD limit. Now, it is for salaried also. So this is an overdraft limit which can be for everyone. Anybody who has mutual funds or shares and an internet connection can create an overdraft limit. It's as simple as product as that. Key features, it's a pure overdraft limit. Up to 1 crore, we give funding within 1 hour. Instant disbursals, zero foreclosure charge. You can create a facility today and close it after 1 month. There is no charge to that. You can close it the next day also. There is no charge to that. So foreclosure is free. Prepayment, there is no charge. Obviously, it is an ideal solution for short-term expenses. How we are different? So when we launched this product, the only competition we used to have is, banks, because banks have been doing LAS for long, but it was a complete physical process. So we were a game changer when we came into the industry where, it was a complete digital product. I myself came from a banking channel and I know what sort of pain area was it, not only for the customer to wait for the money, but also to create that overdraft facility for 5-6 days, because it used to take that much time. But here, complete digital process. Interest rate also used to be very high. We are the only NBFC in India who works on a single rate mechanism. So our rate of interest is 10.25%, irrespective of the loan amount. It can be a 1 crore loan or a 10,000 loan or a 25,000 loan. Rate of interest is same pan India. So how that comes into the picture is complete transparency. You can talk about this product to your clients. If they reach out to our customer service also, the same rate of interest is going to be quoted. How we are different from other NBFCs is most of the NBFCs never say a perfect rate. They always say, sir, our rate ranges from this to this, depending on the loan amount. So sometimes what happens is customer directly also calls the customer care and a separate rate is quoted. So over here, even if customer comes directly through distributor or comes directly to us through the rate of interest is same, pan India. And processing fee is also flat depending on the tenure, which we will discuss. But there are players in the market who charge 1% of the loan amount, 2% of the loan amount. We are not in that game. We don't want to earn out of the processing fee. We are happy to earn only on the interest. And because there is no non-utilization charge, client can create a limit for himself. It's like a credit card in your pocket. Nobody is going to ask you, why have you not used it? You use whenever there is requirement. And simple eligibility, as I told you, between the age of 18 to 75, we don't require any income proof. Right? I can give up to 1 crore without income proof. So we have a lot of investors who usually invest in the name of either their kids who are major or in the name of wife to save on taxation. We can fund. We don't require income proof. Anybody who has never taken a loan before, they can also create, because by default their CIBIL is 0. We can give them. They come under new to credit category. And anybody who has a CIBIL score of more than 500, we are happy to create an overdraft facility. If you think about other loans, usually the CIBIL score they look as 750, 700. But because this is a secured funding, we have kept a threshold of only 500. And obviously, we fund on all open-ended funds, all AMCs. We are not restricted only to Mirae asset funds. We are funding across all AMCs. So these are basically the exposure that we are giving. Against equity mutual fund, we do 45% of the current value. If it is a debt fund, we do 80% of the current value. And if it is shares, then it differs between 30 to 45% depending on the volatility of that company. So pure simple rate of interest mechanism, as I discussed before, 10.25. Processing fee depending on the tenure. If somebody wants to create a facility for 3 years, processing fee is only 1,499, irrespective of the loan amount. Similarly, if somebody wants only for 2 days or a month or 10 months, create a 1-year facility. The processing fee is 999 plus GST. And stamp duty additional is 500. Good part over here is in the last, prepayment charge 0, foreclosure charge 0. You can create a facility and close anytime. There is no cost attached to that. Few things, bounce charge, as you can see, 500. So because it's an overdraft limit, we are only charging interest. There is no EMI. So a lot of clients, say that, I have never taken a loan in my life, because usually our HNI clients are taking this loan, they're taking money on their own money. So they always say that I've never taken a loan before. This is not a loan, it's an overdraft facility. We are only charging interest for the days utilized. So if at all there is any bouncing that happens, only then there's a 500 rupee bounce charge, just like any SIP gets bounced, bank charges. And additional top-up. So anybody who has created a limit and they want to pledge some more securities, that is called as a top-up. Then at that point, there's a 500 cost. If somebody says, I want to partially unpledge 1 or 2 securities out of the whole lot, then there's a cost of 500. But majority we have seen, somebody creates a loan, utilizes, repays, and forecloses. So that is all purely, it's no cost to that. You can unpledge everything in one shot without any cost. Yes. So now, yeah. So when we launched, right, last 4 years, we have been doing a 1-year overdraft facility, and every year it used to be renewed. So recently RBI had an audit, because we are an RBI licensed NBFC. So we had an audit with RBI. So RBI clearly state, what are you doing to ensure that money is coming back? Because clients are just renewing it, and not paying the principal. So they simply said, add a 10-year concept. So that is why now it is not a 1-year facility. Client can select what tenure they want to select. So if say somebody wants to create a facility, say for 1 year, he can create 1-year facility. If somebody says, I want to create for 3 years, he can create 3 years. So there is no renewal cost. So we used to charge a 1,000 rupee renewal fee every year. So now that is no longer in the picture, because that was an unnecessary cost as well. So if somebody creates a 3-year facility, client can continue it for 3 years. No renewal cost will be attached to it. So since loan against security is a product which is creating so many hype nowadays, RBI is also continuously monitoring that how is it being used. Because as I said, a lot of players are now in the market and a lot of awareness have also come in. But clients don't know how to use it, because they're just utilizing and not paying principal. So it is just a way of client, so that client can manage his repayment. So that is why the 10-year concept has come. No, so after 3 years, client has to close it once. Then after 2 days, he can create a new facility for another 3 years. Yes, he has to bring the capital. That is why he has to accordingly plan his repayments, because he has 3 years of time. So he knows that today is 2026, so I have to repay till 2029. So accordingly, he can slowly and gradually close it accordingly. And then so closure is hardly a 2-day process. Client can click on a button, foreclose the loan, and within 2 days, he can create a new loan as well. Pardon? So as of now, this situation has not come, because we have just started this. So that situation has not come, but we will definitely give grace period. So we'll keep on sending the reminder that your maturity date is this, so that client can accordingly plan repayment. Of course. So we are planning a grace period of 1 month. So client has 1 month, but we will keep on reminding it before. If client is touching the last 2 months, we will keep on reminding that, your maturity date is coming. So this is the straightaway process. As you can see, it is a complete web-driven. You can do it on the mobile app and on the laptop. Client selects the loan, does a KYC. Once the KYC is done, yeah. Yes. No, so existing clients will get an option to renew. So once the renewal comes, say for example, somebody is continuing the loan and the renewal is in the month of June. So in the month of June, he will get an option to select 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. So that client can continue for another 3 years, because obviously it is not their fault. They didn't know that the 10-year concept is going to come. So for the existing clients, we have given an option for renewal. Only the new clients, they can select a 10-year in the beginning of the loan. So this charges is for the loan creation charge. So within the 3 years, you can n number of times withdraw money, deposit. There is no cost attached to that. So for example, somebody has selected 3 years. They can continue it for 3 years. That facility keep on revolving the amount. After 3 years, he has to close once. Once he closes, he can then create a new facility within 2 days. Yeah. No, you can apply for any loan you want. Even if you are running a loan against security, you can create a separate loan for someone else also. So that's not a problem. We are not hindering anybody to, not take any other loan. If somebody has a loan running, they can obviously create a personal loan separately also. If that's your question, if I have answered. Yeah, that was only the initial charge. At the setup, the processing fee which you saw, it was only the setup cost. Once the limit is set, once the overdraft facility is set on your mobile app, you can keep on withdrawing, repaying, again withdrawing, again repaying. There is no cost attached to that. It's a pure overdraft facility. You can just like a credit card. You use the credit card, pay the bill, then again use the credit card, then pay the bill. You're not charged always, right? Similarly, this is a pure overdraft facility. So straight away digital process, client starts with the KYC. Then once the KYC is done, client will be asked to select. So we have tied up with CAMS and Carvi. So all the mutual funds are fetched automatically within a click of a button through an OTP. So, long days were when you used to sign the pledge forms. So no longer that is involved. On a click of facility, you can in fact select which funds you want to pledge. There is no mandatory that you have to pledge everything based on your requirements. Say, for example, somebody's requirement is 10 lakh, so they need to only pledge securities worth 22 lakh because we do 45% of the current value if it is an equity. So it's a pure overdraft facility, as I said. Once you have selected your funds which you want to lien mark, last stage is your e-mandate, where you need to verify that bank account number. E-mandate is done so that the interest gets collected. So interest is collected on every third of the month from the client saving account. Okay, as I said, it's not an EMI, only interest is charged, it automatically deducts. So for that, we create an e-mandate for the customer. Once the e-mandate is done, the last stage, agreement signing, and client will see an option, congratulations, your loan is created. So as you see, the process is so simple. From KYC, the process is first you do the KYC, then you enter your bank account number where you need the funds, then you lien mark your mutual fund, and then you do the e-mandate. As simple as that. So there's a video attached which we will share it separately. It has the complete process from start to beginning. It's a 4-minute video, very simple to understand. So you all can be, empaneled with us. I'm sure most of you are already empaneled with the mutual fund company, Mirae Asset. But for the NBFC, you have to empanel separately. So you all have brochures in your hand. There's an empanelment process. You just need to go to partner.miraeassetfin.com. So very simple online empanelment. You just go to that link, enter your details, upload your PAN card, Aadhaar card. Just like in mutual fund, you have an ARN code. Similarly, for loan business, we'll create a referral code for you. Plain simple. And once you are empaneled, we create a partner portal for you. In the partner portal, you can track all your clients. You don't have to call me that, Samuel, I had created one loan. What is the loan amount currently? Or what is the utilization? That all is available in your partner portal. We create a link for you in this user ID. Once you go to that link, you can see all your details. As you can see, this is just an example. Somebody has a total outstanding of, say, 2,11,90,000. So the brokerage that we share is 0.30% per annum on utilization. It's a pure trail, right? As and when client uses the money, we are charging interest. And when we charge interest, we share the brokerage with you. Yes, sir. Yes, I'll come to that also. I'll just complete this and then I'll say, okay. So once this dashboard is done, you can see all your client details. You can in fact track your payouts as well. How much payout has come, what is the GST, what is the TDS, everything is available on this. Your loan account details, that how many loans have been created, what is the sanctioned amount, etc. Over here in this example, you can see the loan number is there, how much is the sanctioned amount, how much is the outstanding amount, and in the last you can see their portfolio. So you can always check which funds have been pledged. So you can always track that also on a click of a button. Similarly, if anybody has started the loan but is stuck at some page or left it at some page, at what stage is it left it? All of that you can track over here. So the idea is to give you all the information possible regarding a loan product. Obviously, we are there for the support, but everything is available on a click of a button on your laptop through this partner portal. So in the last 4 years, close to 1,900 plus, now 2,000 partners are empaneled with us. Few companies like ET Money, Scriptbox, they are also empaneled and had shown great faith on us. Mr. Ajay, also one of them last 4 years back, he empaneled with us, have shown great faith on us on, helping their, investors with short-term liquidity. So few just images. close to 4,000 crores of mutual funds are currently pledged and active loans of close to 15,000. Good part over here is out of the entire loan book that we have, 63% is through distributors and 37% are clients who have directly come to us. But good thing to notice, these 37% have pledged their regular funds, which means that they are managed by some or the other partners or distributors, which means that clients are actively also looking on this product. Some clients, you might ever know, and they have created a facility, by simply downloading the app and doing it. So just to keep into the, actually the business that is coming close to 95% funds which are pledged are all regular schemes, which are managed by some or the other ARN holder. Top 5 MCs, this is no surprise. Obviously, ICICI, HDFC, they will come top. Now, we have now penetrated into, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities as well. So, few numbers on that. So, now I'll come to, sir, your question. So, margin call, because it's a fluctuating limit. Say, for example, I have created you have pledged 20 lakh worth of security and I have created a 10 lakh facility. Now, client has completely utilized the 10 lakh. Now, market has gone down. Now, 20 lakh value of that mutual fund, which is 20 lakh, is now 19 lakh. Now 19 lakh, so the limit will also go down from 10 lakh to 9 lakh 50,000. Now client has completely utilized the 10 lakh. So he will get a margin call that, sir, you have a 50,000 overdue. Kindly repay it. We give client 45 days to repay. Why? Because we are giving at 45%. So when we started the product, a lot of distributors and a lot of bankers, a lot of clients asked us, why are you giving 45% of the current value while others are giving 50% of the current value? The reason is if I give 50% of the current value and market goes down, I can only give you 7 days of time to make the overdue. And we don't want that kind of calls which we will make to the customer that you have only 7 days to make the payment or we will sell the mutual fund. Because that will basically at the end of the day ruin the client and distributor relationship. And because we come from an AMC background, we understand how crucial that relationship is. Because of that, we made a conscious decision to give at 45%. So what happens is when we give at 45% and market goes down, overdue definitely comes, but we give 45 days. Either in that 45 days, the market goes up. So if the market goes up, the overdue is 0 automatically. Or the client can make the payment. If the client makes that 50,000 payment, the remaining outstanding is 9 lakh 50. Do we charge interest? Yes. The client gets the bill and he pays on the 7th day. For the 7th day, we charge interest? For those 7 days, while the overdue is there, we charge 4.75% per annum extra interest. But it is per annum on the overdue amount only. So the idea is we give the emailer suddenly to the customer. Whenever the overdue comes on the first day itself, we send the message. Let's say he's getting the mail on Monday. Yeah. He's paying it on Wednesday. Yeah. So for that Tuesday, do we charge interest? Yes. On the penal, it is called as penal interest, 4.75% per annum. So if you calculate in this example, 50,000 overdue, 4.75% per annum on a 50,000 will be somewhere around 2 or 3, 5 rupees only. So, but yeah, penal interest is charged. So, but that is the idea. So can I, yeah. Can I, instead of paying that money, yes. Can I give additional security? Yes. You can pledge more securities to cover that. And just to avoid everything, we always suggest customer, if your limit is 10 lakh, you utilize only 9.5, keep a 50,000 buffer. Or if your limit is 5 lakh, do not withdraw the entire 5 lakh. You withdraw 4.75. I'll charge interest only on 4.75, but the advantage is you have a buffer. In case market goes down, you have that additional buffer. So we are happy to earn less, but we always suggest customers, because here is where your role also comes in, because once the limit is created, we have to also educate how to use it. Because we have seen instances, as soon as the limit is created, client 100% withdraws everything. No harm. If the market is going up, there is no harm in that. But if market goes down, that 1 rupee overdue also, irritates the customer, and we don't want that. So I always suggest anybody who creates a limit, be it with me or anywhere else also, whenever there is a utilization, ensure it is not 100% utilization. If it is a 5 lakh limit, just guide the customer, sir, even though it is your 5 lakh limit, you kindly withdraw only 4.75 or 4.5. Keep that buffer so that it can, take care of the fluctuations that will happen. That may or may not happen, but we can always be protective for the customer that, that overdue message will not hamper the customer or irritate the customer. Yes. In case there is a long-term capital gain and the loan is also long-term, to that extent, can I minimize the capital gain? Because I would have paid some interest. It has nothing to do with the capital gain, honestly. In fact, this is the reason why people take loan, because they know if they redeem it, they will be charged some long-term capital gain. So they instead create an overdraft facility and wait for that time period to go ahead. So that is also one big reason why people create an overdraft limit, to ensure that there is no taxes or any exit load that they will get. So new features, what's new? These 6 features that you see, right? This is all thanks to, yes sir, sorry. Yeah. So in case the value increases, we made a conscious decision not to increase the limit. Why? Because what has happened is whenever there's a limit increase happen, client withdraws that as well also. So when client withdraws that also, the increased limit, and then market goes down, immediately again overdue will come. So, we don't want to basically encourage customer that if market has gone up, so we will also increase your limit, please go ahead and withdraw more money. So we always keep that threshold. Whatever the sanctioned amount was created in the beginning, that will be your limit. Limit will fluctuate within that area. So if 10 lakh was the limit, market goes down, it will go to 9.5. Market again goes up, that 9.5 will increase to 10 lakh, but 10 lakh will be that sanctioned limit. But of course, if you want to increase that limit, we can always additionally pledge those securities. But that was again a conscious decision, sir, which Mirae Asset made, keeping customer interest in mind, that we don't want to encourage the customer, please take loan. It is just a tool for saving on, any emergency that happened, and you had utilized it. So the idea is that only, to ensure that, customer is within the bounds, and, in case market again corrects back. Because we have seen instances in this year only, last 2 months, we have seen such a drop. If we had increased the limit when the market has gone down, they would have withdrawn that also, and then the overdue would have increased. So virtual account. So when we started the product, there was a situation where clients don't have net banking. They are not able to repay. So we created NEFT RTGS. There was a time when foreclosure was a 3-day process. Now it is a single button process, single day foreclose happens, and no due certificate is immediately sent to the customer. And all these enhancements have come thanks to the distributors who have been with us. So we as a company look very, very strictly on whatever the feedback that comes from, mutual fund advisors, because at the end of the day, we get the exact feedback from advisors only. So, we want the product to be as refined as possible. And I personally have seen a lot of changes happen from last 4 years when we had actually launched the product. And we keep on refining. So thanks to many of the distributors' advice that come, we have actually refined the product a lot. What's planned? Obviously improved onboarding. So now if you plan to onboard with us, the empanelment process is completely digital. Earlier it used to be physical. All you need to go is partner.miraeassetfin.com. You just need to go to that, enter your details, and upload your PAN card, Aadhaar. So we'll create a referral code for you. So you can always be part of us. Simplified foreclosure, which I just said, great visible. So transparency, so in the partner portal, earlier we never used to give the pledge security details. So a lot of partners used to call us that, kindly tell me which funds are pledged, because I don't know. We have added that also in the partner feedback. So a lot of things have come. So our idea is only to ensure that complete transparency is there between customer and between the partner both. Yes, so when you pledge a particular scheme, it gets locked, which means you're not able to redeem or switch it. That happens digitally, sir, online. Through CAMS and Carvey, it is possible on a click of a button. Last but not the least, we have recently acquired Sharekhan. So Sharekhan NBFC is also into the picture now. Earlier, we were saying no to big ticket size cases like 10 crore, 15 crore, to 2 crore cases, because our maximum funding is 1 crore per individual. Now we can do that as well. If somebody wants funding in the name of the company, they can also do it through Sharekhan, because now Sharekhan has also come into the picture. And that is a physical process. So just to keep in your mind, physical process. So the process will take 5 to 8 working days, but it is possible now. Although our digital process is still in the picture, so we can always create a facility. So thank you so much. This was my time. And again, thank you everyone for being a patient hearing. And thanks to the team of IFPA for giving me this chance to present this product. If anyone has any more queries. I think yes. So it is 0.30% per annum on utilization. It's a low margin product, to be honest. It is a low margin product, but it goes hand in hand with our wealth management because it's an overdraft facility at the end of the day. If the client uses for 1 day, I'm also charging 1 day interest. Not yet. CDSL has not yet started. NSDL is there. Now we can do it through physically. Physical. No, us only. We can do it. So whenever there's any case that comes physical, we can do that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.